This week's game against the Bucs, presented by Wegmans. Download the Meals to Go app from Wegmans and get delicious meals delivered. Got the Hall of Famer Thurman Thomas in here for us, as he does pay us a visit each and every week. Kind of you do that, sir. Good to have you.
Great to have you, man.
Yeah,
great to be here.
Yeah. How you
Great
doing?
to be here. I'm
Doing
doing
okay?
great.
You gonna be there tomorrow night?
Absolutely, I am.
Yeah.
What time does Thurman Thomas show up for an 8:15 kick?
7:45.
Like pull into the lot at 7:45, or
yeah.
go into the stadium at 7.
I'm pulling into the lot. Pull into
you
the lot around 7:45.
You do it like my wife does.
Yeah.
About a half hour before kick.
And I ain't got time to be stopping here and stopping there. No, I'm getting there and I'm going to my seats.
I'm gonna get
Let
here
me enjoy
about.
the
I think
game.
I'm gonna get here about 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Well, I
we
got
gotta we gotta do the show
we
tomorrow.
gotta do the show at 1.
Oh, you do?
And I told Jay, I said I'm gonna be late because once I park,
Ditto that.
I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm showing up late.
Well, I got to show up early tomorrow too. So you're.
Why
I got
you
to
gotta
show up
from
early. 4 to 6.
Oh, you got
somewhere.
You got a thing.
Got some
I got
appearance.
a thing for
You got a thing?
EA Sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
All right.
It's in the game, right? It's in the game.
That's
Well, at least
amazing.
he knows.
Good
So
I'll
stuff.
be here at 4.
So I'll tell you what. I'll bring you one. We'll have a cigar sometime, some point, and we'll talk things over.
yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Let's do that.
Hopefully you can do it after as a victory cigar.
I'll
It
bring
will
you
be a victory. It has to be a victory. And
this
it's going to be led by 17.
Wait. Is this a must-win?
Oh, absolutely it is. It's a must-win now. You don't want to be 4-4. We're already sitting at the 7th seed, and we got Cleveland and a bunch of them guys behind, and we haven't even got to the meat of our schedule yet.
Yeah, you're
so
right
yeah,
about
it's
that.
a must-win.
All right.
Absolutely, it's a must-win, and I want to see 17 doing everything. I want to see him doing everything.
Release the beast?
Yeah, release the beast, man.
I said we were saying because Dawson Knox wrist surgery.
Yep.
I think Brownie and I are thinking
And Quinn Morris is
the
out,
wide
too.
the wide receiver room is healthy. The tight end room's down to one guy.
One guy.
Steve wants to go 10 personnel
Or go 11, but
I would
split out
I
James
was
Cook.
thinking about it on the way too.
Yeah.
What?
and split out James Cook.
Oh man, I'd
well,
like it.
I don't know. I
Ain't nobody
don't.
covering the fullback anyway.
I
Just
want
sit him in the
Kincaid
flat.
on the field. You can't have Kincaid on the field if it's 10 personnel.
Oh, well, let's count him as one of the 10.
Let's go 11
One of the four
personnel.
wides.
Have Kincaid out there,
Yeah,
and then let's roll.
that's right.
And I'll say this, and I
I
was
think
telling
Gillum
this.
can play some tight end too.
Yeah,
Sure.
he can.
Exactly.
And they got a
Yeah.
guy on the practice
Yeah.
squad. Too.
I'm thinking too, if the Tampa Bay has a reputation, and Brownie was telling us that they'd like to blitz a lot,
40% of the time.
40% of the time. I think you spread them out, so they have to. You kind of get an idea of what's happening behind. You
Who's
know what I'm
coming
saying?
from
so
where.
who's coming from where? Help Josh out, spread them out, go shotgun, and go break the huddle at 25,
Yeah,
and then call the play at the line and let's go.
do whatever, man. As long as 17's involved, I'm good.
Well, I got news for you. He's probably going to touch the play on every offensive snap.
Well, I saw something like his first 4 or 5 years where his yard per carry was really high.
Like 10.
Yeah, and now it's the lowest it's ever been.
He's got fewer than one called
He's
quarterback
averaging
run a game.
less
Yeah.
than
Hey,
one
man, look,
designed
and
run per
the
game.
designed runs are quarterback sneaks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Here's my thought.
Come on. If we,
Stick with me here.
wait. Okay, hold that thought. If Lamar Jackson can do what he's doing, Josh can do what he's doing.
I get it.
Yeah.
He
Here's
should
what
be
happened
doing
to
one.
Lamar each of the last 2 years, though?
He got hurt.
Okay.
I know. I'm just putting it out there.
Which
Okay.
leads- wait.
that shouldn't be
All right.
dismissed.
Okay,
All
it
right,
shouldn't
everybody,
be.
listen
Now,
to me. Listen to me for a second.
Josh
listen to
isn't
me.
215 pounds in a rail.
Exactly.
Listen to me. Listen to
there
me.
you go.
Here's why they're doing it this way. Here's why they're doing it this way. Listen to me. They know.
This is his theory.
They know they're going to the playoffs because there ain't enough teams that can beat them that much. They got a tough schedule, but they're getting to the playoffs. I think they keep that stuff all in, and when they get to the playoffs, when it's all on the line, so now you're getting that student body left with Josh with the ball under his arm, let's go. You're getting that when the playoffs come, and when the playoff push comes, they start to unwrap that stuff and add it in, and now defenses don't know what to do.
We ain't got time to be waiting till the playoffs start.
That's what I said.
Well,
we
I
got to
think-
do.
yeah, I
we got to
think 4 and
start
3 is a
now
little
because now
different
we're
word.
looking at 7 games now, and every team is looking at, okay, we do this to stop them. We do this to slow down their offense. We need to put that tape on from the last couple of years. This is what they're about now. This is what they're about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's gotten to a point where defenses are playing them differently now because they're not worried about him taking off and running if it's man coverage or you know what I mean, something like that.
They're not worried about it.
I don't think
they're worried
they're
about
not
it. This
putting a spy out there on them. Now you got an extra guy in coverage. The whole thing. I think they're playing the Bills differently because he is not running.
Yeah, someone sent me a stat.
Oh, I got.
They said that like the first 17 completions or throws were to the outside. Nothing was in the inside.
And that might be the same this week because Devin White, Antoine Winfield, and Levante David, they shut down the middle of the field. So
Hey man, look,
that's where they get all their takeaways.
So I'm looking at him going like, Can James Cook run an option route?
I think he can.
Linebacker? I think he can, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he can.
Scored 3 touchdowns against Ohio State a couple years ago,
Hey,
catching the ball.
we got to do something.
Ohio State is not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Devin White and
No,
these jokers.
they're not
No,
nobody.
I'm not an Ohio
I'm just
State
saying
hater.
he's-
I'm not
I'm just
an
saying
Ohio
he's
State
capable.
hater or
Right.
anything
The
like that.
point
I'm
is
just
he's
saying-
capable.
He is capable
Yeah.
of doing that.
One
But
other
yeah,
thing-
Allen has scrambled a career low 5.5% of dropbacks compared to 8.3% in his first 5 seasons. So it's down
It's a big
respectably.
Did you, Thurman, did you see who the legend of the game is?
No, I did not. Who is it?
You may have heard of him
Oh,
before.
little Andre.
Andre Reed.
Oh, didn't know that. No wonder he's coming to town.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah, good for him.
Cool. All
Nice
right.
to see
Well,
him.
good to see him. Good to see him.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can deliver in pregame.
I think he will be able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Been a
I
minute.
think let's go back to the '90s locker room. Who was the rah-rah guy that would fire people up
Oh, not
like the
me.
legend of the game does?
Not me.
Leonard Smith.
Leonard Smith the first couple
Leonard
of years.
Smith, okay.
Yep. Daryl.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Daryl. Yeah, it wasn't.
Doesn't-
Wasn't really. Pretty much those two guys. Kind of Daryl. Kind of
Yeah,
took over.
we-
I wasn't a rah-rah
We
guy.
were
I
not a
was-
loud, raucous locker room. We
No.
were a pretty business-like locker room, I thought.
Yeah.
Don't you
Okay.
think?
Yeah. Yeah. We were business.
Everybody knows
and
what
then
to
you think
do.
about it. Yeah,
Nobody needs
everybody
to
knows-
shout about it.
Yeah. No.
I remember,
No.
those guys like Gabe Northern and guys would get, jacked up a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
Well, he kind of struck me as a smoke out of the ears kind of guy anyway. Like,
yeah.
right? His engine kind of ran a little hot sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. But no, like you said, we were business-like. I guess that was how we approached it.
That's
Even on
interesting.
the road, because,
Yeah.
for 12 years on the road, I wore a suit, so it was business-like.
Yeah, yeah.
Every
We were dressed up.
We were dressed up every
Yeah.
single week. I mean, we could be going to New Jersey to play the Giants. We had to have a suit.
It's like a 40-minute flight.
Right.
You
Well,
get
at
to
least
the-
didn't get that wrinkled. Yeah.
So, yeah, we were,
Okay.
yeah, everything was business-like. No, I think I can't even remember a guy doing it, really, besides Leonard Smith, his first couple of years here.
Okay.
Yeah. But besides that, it was, like Tasker said, business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know what we got to do. Nobody's
Yeah.
got to shout at us to tell us we're ready. Okay, that's fair. I was curious. What do we think of no huddle, hurry up to get the offense in a rhythm sooner, Thurman? That's been a big bone of contention this week.
Yeah.
Steph Diggs yesterday said he thinks Josh is most comfortable in it, which was a pretty ringing endorsement when your number one receiver says, I think the quarterback looks most comfortable in that.
Yeah.
And I know, I've told Steve, I know that defenses play you differently at the end of a half or end of a game when
Right.
you're in that no-huddle mode.
Yeah.
But what do
Yeah.
you think about that, at least kick-starting them into some kind of a rhythm sooner in games? They're averaging less than 4 points a half the last 3 games, Therm.
Yeah, I know. You got to do something different.
Well, what do you think about that? Is that a realistic way to kick you into gear or no?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, from the last 3 weeks, we don't know anything. And
Right.
We can't figure out anything.
There were times last week, though, when they went hurry up, they moved. It's not like they didn't move the ball last week. They just
Right.
didn't stick it in the end zone enough.
Yeah.
Early.
For this football team, I think the first drive is critical.
Yeah.
Really critical.
Yeah.
I mean, because look, we're at home. We're Thursday night. Once again, primetime game. You go 1, 2, 3, and out. This game, you might hear some boos.
No.
I'm just saying, depending
on how it looks.
How it looks. Exactly. How it looks.
Everybody can
Because-
get booed early if they
yeah,
if they look
I
bad.
know, but
Come on, man. We know
Well,
that.
they have in the last 3 weeks. So, but I think they got to get off to a fast. So I don't know how you do that. I don't know if you go no huddle or
Ain't nobody booing the Bills 3 plays in, bro. Come on.
It could happen.
bro.
If you run a quarterback sneak on 1st and 10, maybe. Yeah, I get this. I get
quarterback
that.
sneak out of the
it
shotgun?
could, in the
Yes,
realm
I'm
of,
fine
in
with
the
it.
realm of possibilities, certainly they could come out, stink it up, and get booed. You know what I think's going to happen? No, I don't think that happens. I think they come out and fly.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Well,
So that's
what I want to
While
see.
all of it's a possibility,
Yeah.
I think my scenario is more likely to happen.
Okay. Hey.
And
If you go out there
you
before
didn't
they
say yours
feel-
was likely to happen. You said if they do this, then this. Yes, so you're right.
All right,
But
so
come on, bro.
So let's take a look at this differently in terms
Yeah.
of kicking the offense into gear. I proposed hurry up. You were kind of mixed on it, not sure. What about empty sets? Because they've used those more the last couple of weeks, and they've had some success. What do you think about maybe going to empty set to give Josh some easier reads? Gets the defense to declare a little bit more. What do you think about maybe some empty set early to kind of get them into a rhythm?
That's fine with me. That's fine with me. We can do it. Actually, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, spreading it out a little bit more.
Yeah, 'cause they haven't
because
done
now
much of
when
it.
you spread it out a little bit more like that, now Josh can see those lanes now. Josh can see those lanes because there's not going to be 2 linebackers in there. It's probably going to be 1 linebacker. It's probably White, right?
Right, and that's a lot of the reason why they split the back out, because he pulls a linebacker
Pulls
out.
a linebacker out. So, yeah, I will love to see that.
I do too, because not just because of what it does, but also because they haven't done that much.
Out of that formation.
Right. I told Brownie what I would like to see him do is get out in a condensed formation and let the defense get set, then shift out of it, see how they adjust, and then motion. Because they got some corners that are 1st and 2nd year guys. Let them start have to talk and find guys. And I'm sure, and I'm confident that the quality of the Bills' skill guys, they can find a matchup they like. And the object is to dictate, if you want Diggs to get the ball, put him on that guy.
Yeah.
Move him over there, put that guy, make him adjust, and then run.
Right.
Easier said than done, but I think when you get out, you shift, get the defense to communicate and start talking, and then motion, get them to start talking and communicating, make them switch assignments and adjust, make them go deep into their adjustment package, and then you snap the ball. And it takes some time pre-snap, so you got, like I said earlier, you got to break out of the huddle early, get up there, let them look at it, and go from there.
Well, you know what? Let's hope, because if we win the toss, we're probably going to defer. So let's hope the defense goes out and 1, 2, 3 Tampa punts. Gets everybody really in go. Or get a turnover or something. I don't know. Just to change it up a little bit. Let the defense go out first, create some havoc a little bit, and, maybe get an interception or fumble. Who knows what it may be. But let them go out and shut them down the first couple of times.
We saw Dalton Kincaid with his most productive game so far last week. James Cook was a part of the attack again last week. What do you think about maybe somewhat of a youth movement on offense? Diggs still gets his.
Yeah.
But after that, it's got to be Kincaid and Cook. They've been 2 of the Thurman, seriously, like 2 of the younger guys on offense, but they've been 2 of the more reliable guys in terms of making plays, have they not?
They have been making plays. I mean, you can probably sit up here and say that, they've made more plays than Gabe Davis has. I mean, you're talking about Kincaid.
Week to week.
Week to week. Yeah, especially Cook. I like his Cook game from the start of the season and all the way to now. He's getting better. It seems like he's getting more comfortable. They're using him a little bit more. The only thing that I worry about with that is that, you know what, you see Latavius in there only because of blitz pickup.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that because he's a small guy. He's a small guy. But, man, the dude is explosive. He gets open. You can see him running now, and all of the stuff that happened last year with his first carry, fumble, then was on the bench a little bit. He's not that guy. He's a different guy this year.
And I'll say this, too. He does show, even if he's a smaller guy, he has shown a willingness to step up and try and take guys on. And sometimes he's successful doing it. He's not Latavius Murray.
Yeah, he's not.
I get that.
But it all depends on how he positioned his body. I mean, he could block Lawrence Taylor if he had to on a 3-step drop. But, I mean, he's getting better and better.
What do you think it says? And we've been talking about this a lot, the target efficiency. I mean, you got 3 of the guys, there's like 9 guys who caught passes. 3 of them are the only ones who dropped it. Diggs caught half his targets, 6 of 12. Gabe caught 1 of 5, and Knox caught 1 of 3. But you got Kincaid caught all 8. Yep. Cook caught all 3.
That's my
Shakir
point.
caught all 4.
That's my
Murray
point.
caught both of his.
They're reliable.
Yeah.
Deontay Hardy caught the 1 target he had, and Sherfield caught the 1 target he had. Now, certainly more targets means more opportunities, like, for something to happen, get defended or drop and whatever. But how much, when do you make a change due to those numbers? When do you, do guys start having to say, we need to get this guy the ball more, this guy less? When do you change?
Oh,
and what causes you to?
I have no idea.
Other than that,
I have no idea.
Well, let me pose it to you a different way.
Yes,
okay?
please.
So Trent Sherfield was signed here in the offseason.
Okay.
He had a very productive spring, really strong training camp. The guy was good enough to be the number 3 receiver in Miami last year behind 2 guys named Hill and Waddle. 3rd best option in the passing game in Miami with that offense. We have yet to explore what he is capable of in this offense. How opposed would you be, especially being down tight ends right now, to maybe take a longer look at that?
Yeah.
You might be pleasantly surprised with what you find.
You could be. Yeah. I think right now, everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. If you have to put him out there to get more playing time, get more involved, you do it. Because, look, dog, after this, we got 10 days until our next game. Okay?
Right.
So go and do it.
I think
we're going to see something different tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
you almost have to.
I think because of the Dawson Knox
to,
injury,
yes,
and
we
because
have
of
to
the
see. But
Quentin Morris injury, I think you're right.
Even if Dawson Knox comes back and we start this trend, a really good offensive trend, well, you know what? I'm going to let him sit a little bit until he gets fully healthy. Mm-hmm. If this change of offense works.
Wrist surgery means it's going to be a minute.
It's going to be a while.
So
get used to it.
You may want to be looking for better answers here because you're going to be stuck with that going forward.
And now with Kincaid out on the football field, he's going to get more playing time. Hey, let's see him on some routes like the first play of the game against New England where they had Knox running the corner. Yeah. Let's see him do that now. Yeah. Let's see him more downfield.
I think we're also we've been in this spot before with this team with Josh and Diggs and McDermott, the whole thing. Where every once in a while in the regular season, you get into this point where you feel like your margin of error is gone. You know what I mean? They're 4-3. I mean, you got to start winning some games. Now, they've been here before. I mean, where was it? They were 6-7 at one point, or
7-6.
7-6. And then they won out. They went on a run. That's when they actually got the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got the NFC Championship game.
But you do
year,
feel a sense of urgency with this season slipping away and the gauntlet of a schedule coming up. Man, oh man, they got to get some things figured out, and so the time's out, right? I mean, that's that kind of sense, right?
Yeah. You got after this game, you got 10 days until you play your next game. Yeah, it's time to flip the switch on. It really is. I think
you're halfway. I mean, it's 8th game.
Yeah, it's 8th game, man, and even with that, we're still one of the highest scoring team in the league. Mm-hmm. And that's because of the hot starts we had at
3 and 4 weeks, 2, 3, and
4 that has gotten us up there. But if you take away those, we're kind of in the middle or at the bottom.
Well, it's been a feast or famine kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're either 37, 38, or 48, or 15.
Yeah.
Defensive question for you, Thurm. We've seen Vaughn for 3 weeks now on the field.
Yep.
Last week, only 6 snaps. He insists there is not an issue. There was not a setback. Coach McDermott said they just have to manage his time on the field better. That could mean any number of things. Like, hey, he just doesn't have it today. Let's get the healthy guys out there.
Right.
I don't know what it means. We're all guessing.
Yeah.
But how long until we see the real Vaughn is starting to be a concern for some fans. And I think unfairly so, because as soon as they saw him back on the field, they're like, a couple of weeks, he'll be good to go. And he gave us indication addressing the media yesterday, and Sean McDermott echoed this point, it's going to take some time.
Yeah. Trust me.
I mean, you want the real Vaughn sooner rather than later, but
this situation right here, Vaughn's what, 30, 32, 33. I was 21 when I hurt my knee.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I see that he's wearing a brace, it takes a while.
Yeah.
It takes a while mentally to get over that.
Yeah.
It took me a full year because I started wearing a brace. And I wore it from my junior year all the way till I retired. But, you know, he don't have 10 more years in him, but this is something that he's not used to. He's not used to wearing a brace.
Yeah, but he did do an ACL in 2014.
Was it the same one?
I don't think it was this. I can't remember if it's the same leg or not. I'd have to look it up.
Right.
I'm not sure.
So,
But he's been through this rehab before.
right?
But he
Yeah.
wasn't 33 when he did.
He wasn't 33 when it
He was in
happened.
his prime.
Yeah.
Now he's still a beast now.
He's still a beast just being on the football field.
Right.
Really? I mean, and look, we didn't have Ed.
Right. And
Daquan.
Ed is questionable for tomorrow night.
I mean, that.
Yeah, they got it. There's no question they've got it. One of the imperatives especially now they're 4-3. One of the imperatives is their health.
Right.
They got to get guys healthier. They got to get Rousseau is not 100%. I don't think. Ed obviously. They got to stay healthy where they're at. If they start losing more and more bodies, it's going to be harder and harder.
They're not losing role players here. They're losing all pro players.
Yes,
That's right.
Like the three guys that are out of the lineup, you can make an argument. Milano, top 5 at his position in the league. Tre'Davious White, probably top 10 at his position in the league. Daquan Jones, probably top 10 at his position in the league. You lost all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Not just for a couple of
Not
weeks
just
either.
for a couple of weeks.
And now Ed's out too. There's another all-pro
Yeah.
caliber guy.
I mean, if you're looking
4
at it-
out of your 11 starters
I
are
get
probably
it.
the 5 best guys on your damn unit, and you don't have them.
You don't have them.
You got guys, Tre'Davious White, Balin Spector, Justin Shorter, Matt Milano, Daquan Jones, Damian Harris, Tommy Doyle, Zach Davidson. Some of those guys, some of them you don't. They're all on IR.
I mean,
It's a tough stretch.
the defense has slipped since those guys have left the lineup. Their run defense is like 30th in the league since week 5.
Daquan, Milano.
Now,
They don't
Fortunately,
have
they're-
that rotation.
Now, fortunately, they're playing a team that's 29th in rushing. And 31st in yards per carry. So maybe it looks better this week, but I'd like to have Ed
What was
tomorrow
New
if he
England?
can play.
What was New England?
Yeah, they
Last
weren't
week,
good.
they weren't good
They
either.
weren't great either.
Yeah, so I mean,
Might not
if
mean
you're,
it. Might not mean a hill of beans.
It
How bad they've been.
I know. We just got.
But that's why the offense has to pull on the
Yeah.
rope a little bit harder now,
Yes,
right?
they do.
have to
I
create
do.
a margin
I
for
totally
error.
agree that. Yep.
They got to create a bigger margin for error, knowing your defense is not going to be as airtight as they usually are.
Yeah, I think one of the when I think back to like when were we in this position? I can remember being in I don't know what year, it might have been 92, where Bruce was out and Cornelius got hurt in the first quarter, and we're looking over there like, oh my God, we're playing the Saints. I'm like, oh my God, 2 of our best guys are gone for the rest of the day. And when offense, like, we got to step it up. We have to step it up.
Yeah.
And we were going against, Pat Swilling and the
Yeah,
Dome
they had some
Patrol.
guys-
Yeah,
they
they
had
had
some
some guys there, and we were like, we got to step our game up. We have to.
I think it was like a
because 2 of our-
17-10 game or something. We win that?
We lost our best 2 players.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you see like Mark Pike. I love Mark Pike, but he's not going to rush a passer like Bruce Smith.
Mark had,
No.
I love that guy, but he had 1 career sack.
Right, I know. So, I mean, it's totally mindset, like,
1 versus
if
200.
If I'm the Bills offense, I'm like, dude, we got to try to put 40 on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to try to put 40 on them.
I get it.
Yeah.
Thurm, thanks for popping in.
Hey,
see you here
appreciate
at
it, man.
We'll see you here at the game tomorrow with your
I'll bring
11th
it. I'll
hour
bring it.
arrival.
I'll bring
So,
you a stogie. We'll relax.
Right.
hopefully we are all enjoying a Bills victory tomorrow night.